Wow, you're turning on by yourself now. What the hell? How does this work? Like, I put the phone in place and I don't even turn it on, right? But listen, I had to come back on today because about going out to that specific site today. I've been told to actually come back on and give a little bit more information because there was a significant shift in the energy in that site. Like every time I've been to that site, it has not been anything other than, um, feelings of gratitude and welcome and warmth, family, because it's one of those places where families meet. Um, but this time, and like sleeping there overnight and feeling that dark energy that was hovering over me was definitely a significant shift in that area. And also that fire that went through part of this place really changed the energy, and I felt it was something that was done maliciously on purpose to change the energy in that place, because it was like this specific place is like like there's been argument whether the area is like untouched. Now, I've seen some articles written, journals written by scientists on the environmental health of specific places, and this place was said to have been like pristine, like it didn't have weeds in it, it wasn't damaged, like from outside sources. And it's one of those places that has been very, very hard to penetrate because of the type of rock formations that are there, and so the vegetation and the animals and everything there have been protected because of the rock formations and the dense growth, bush growth. So I've been guided to speak on this because in that article, one of the articles that I read about this particular place, these are scientific, documentations on the health of that reserve, because it's a reserve. But what I do know is that, if there is reserves or crown land or anything that has high mineral value in some way, some sort of resource in that area, they can't touch it if it is pristine. And in my opinion, that area was pristine, like the vegetation and the way it was grown, it didn't have any weed penetration, or like it wasn't corrupted bush, or environment in this particular reserve. But now going there and feeling that energy shift was very, very significant. And then when I was on my walk up, and I came across this particular spot that was burnt, which would in no means, be a threat if it wasn't burnt, that area. And I can't see, unless it was a lightning strike, how that could have happened there. But it was, I really, really do believe that it is connected in the shift of the energy in that place. And the word that I got was betrayal. There was some sort of betrayal there when I got down, because in this place you go, you know, it's kind of like you got to go through this track to get to, but you got to go further than where the track ends when you know, to a specific place that is very healing energy. And when I got there, and I usually throw some stones in before I actually enter this place, it wasn't like every other time. It's been comfortable, you know what I mean, to go there, but this time it was kind of hostile, like the energy there had completely shifted. Before it was like all these, it was like a place of circles of families, you know, coming together in really good energy, you know, happy and that. But this time it was like very subdued, and it was negative, dark. So I wasn't sure whether to stay or not, so I spoke out to the energies there, and you know, I offered a small offering there, you know, just a mandarin. But you know, these things make a difference. Anyway, so they allowed me to sit there and speak with them. And first up, they said, I said, you know, like I'm there for healing, not meaning, you know, just for me, but for, you know, others. And I got this, go and heal, go and look after yourself. But it was that attitude. It was like, it wasn't like look after yourself. It was like look after yourself. You know what I mean? Like they didn't want to engage until I sat down and, you know, spoke with them about my intentions. And, you know, I told them how I felt it was different, but there was a betrayal. There was some sort of betrayal, and I'm sure it has something to do with the fire that was there. And also, because this is recent, this is not an old issue. This is a recent issue. So there was some sort of betrayal. And the other thing that I noticed on the walk is that, you know, like the powers, well, it's natural resource management that looks after all the resources, all the natural resources, reserves, things like that. And they get funding, and a lot of these places also have like kind of like independent environmental groups or societies or whatever. But you see, they all, when they get their funding to do things, it's you know, through the government, it's always dictated to what they can spend the money on, you know, and it's not always valuable to the environment. For instance, on the track, they have put like arrows on everything, and there's some very, very significant rocks in this place, and they put these you know, like arrows everywhere, you know what I mean, like to point people in the right direction. Of course, we don't want people getting lost out there, because it is one of those places that you can easily, if you don't know your way around, easily get lost there. But anyway, it felt like overkill, you know what I mean? It was almost like bringing in, almost like, you know, bringing in suburban stop signs into you know, a pristine area. I mean, you can be a bit more, you can put arrows or, yeah, the place actually when I first went there, the place actually guided itself because it has these natural rocks and stuff placed. Well, it's like it's placed, but it's like a natural rocks and things like that, just naturally there. But you know, there may have been ancient, it might have been ancient directional signs. You know what I mean? But on top of those, they have put these god awful arrows on everything. You know what I mean? On significant rocks and shit like that. To me, it's like, what the? It's like defacing. It's like doing graffiti. You know what I mean? Like on a. It's like doing graffiti art on Uluru. You know what I mean? And it's the same as like all these walk tracks around here, and it bothers me because they also put like these arrows on everything, right? Unnecessarily, because you can see the path. If it looks, you know, like a bit, some places are a bit like, well, which way do I go? But we get these arrows on what's clearly a path going in a direction. And why have these unnecessary arrows on everything? Like, and I see them growing on, you know, like they've been hammered into like significant trees as well, you know what I mean, on these paths. And the trees are actually growing over them. But I can't help but think that this is a part of it. And the burning of this particular area, I mean, it could have been a prescribed burn because people are walking through there and they're trying to make an easier path. But this particular place has been protected by the environment itself. And now we've got this fire going through this particular spot. It opens it up for the seed of the weeds to come in and, you know, infect the area. Now, when that happens, authorities can turn around and say, well, this is no longer a pristine piece of environment. Therefore, they have the power to take hold of these areas and exploit them for their resources. I'm not saying that this is what's happened in this particular place, but I know that this is the way things are going. And the spraying of everything. One good thing was in the Namas, the water holes on top of the rocks, there was frogs. Not frogs, tadpoles. I haven't seen tadpoles in so long, but there was tadpoles, so I was pleased to see that, at least. Yeah. But anyway, when I got to this particular spot, and it's a place, there's lots and lots of energies there. But like I said, the energies had changed. And I think it's a lot to do with this. But then when I was camping overnight, I was told that there was a hanging there. There was a battle there. Obviously that wasn't like a new thing. At least I don't think so. But I felt that the hanging possibly was. Now, out in these areas, communities, Wheatbelt, all kinds of regional areas, everywhere really, we're getting so many more people taking their lives through hanging. I believe, though, also that a lot of these hangings are not suicidal and are brought on by dark energies. Now, what I felt there last night was um, like standing over me was this big dark energy, and I had to pray it away, but it was still there. It stayed there. It didn't do anything or anything, but it was there. And all night I was in so much pain. Like, I mean, you know, like I have a bit of arthritis here and there, but it was bad. Like, I don't know whether it was because of the damp, you know, and the rain, but I was feeling hot, you know, like in the swag, but the pain was intense. So it was like, you know, what normally I would experience was exacerbated like 10 times. Whereas normally when I leave that place, when I'm in that place, I feel very energetic. I feel light and happy and healthy. I don't feel pain. I normally go away feeling like I've been healed. And that was like when I went for that walk in the morning and went to this place where, you know, it's a very high anyway, I won't go into what it is because it was like, you know, because I said I'll come here for healing, and I got that voice, and it was, you know, like it wasn't welcoming like it normally is. It was like, just take care of yourself. It was like, we're not helping you. We're not gonna, you know what I mean? It was like that. And I'm like, what? Like, you know, like, why has this changed? But it was very, very significant. And I felt tired and weak, you know, like even when I was packing up my things, getting ready to go, I felt weak, like physically weak. Whereas normally I'm good, you know, actually healed. Anyway, I felt like I needed to talk about that some more. Because it is a place where we connect to source, but I just felt the whole area was like cut off from what it is. And it wasn't until I got a significant way away from the place that I actually started to feel better. So it's like a dark energy has taken over that place. Yeah. Anyway, I did bring back a little bit of bush. It smells fantastic. This is like a little native hops plant, and I had to grab a little bit because it just, oh my god, it just smells so fabulous. But if you chew on these leaves, you know, like it can relieve toothache, and it also helps with a fever. It's got lots of healing properties. Anyway, this is like it's a hops bush. So it's only just started to get its little flowers, but I just had to grab I just got a little bit. You have to be very, very careful not to take a lot of these because there's not a lot of these bushes out there anywhere, actually. It's becoming quite rare. But I got a little bit of a stick there, so I can. Just that smell is healing to me. Anyway, I just felt the need to give you that message again because it's relevant to somebody else as well. This could be relevant to lots of people in their areas, you know, their significant areas, places, you know, like sacred places, places of healing. They could be feeling the same things, or there's something going on to further, what's the word, defiscate? No, that's not it. You know, like deplete, what is the word? Defiscate? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, and you know, like, I felt like all round negativity from that place. Like, even the way I was feeling about my new vehicle, and yeah, just all sorts of things. What I was doing, it was like everything became like had a negative impact, but I had to turn that around because I recognized it, right? I recognized that it was making me feel that way, and it wasn't me, it wasn't mine. Same as the physical body pain, it wasn't mine. Because as soon as I got probably about 50 k's away from the place, that I started to feel normal again. It's quite a long way. Cheers. That's my last cup little bit left over from yesterday. I only had, you know, like I only have two, that's it. Only occasional. Not like I used to drink. Anyway, I'm going to do a little reading on this, and let's see what Spirit's got to say. I mean, they may, you know, this is our Aboriginal Spirit Oracle here. So, what have I got to say about this situation, please? Holy Spirit, Holy Ancestors, Holy Spirit, Holy Ancestors, in the name of Jesus. Now, I'm going to put in the name of Jesus in here because he needs to be here. That dark energy that was there, it was very dark. Journey, look at that. Journey of love. It is the way, this place is definitely a portal to the higher, you know, like the source, that's what I'm saying. The Most High. Why is it, see, look, even that is being blocked. We have a sort of truth here. Because, and this little portal here, in this island, and this is what this particular place is that I'm talking about. It is like an island within the wheat belt, like all around it, you know, had been cleared, and of all its native vegetation, right up to the rocks, right up to the edges, right? It's a little bit of bush around the bottom, and through the rocks, like that are protected from the rocks. So the loss of all that native vegetation, you know, like it's like that, and so these rocks with the vegetation that's on it, it's very interesting place. It's like an island within the wheat belt, within all the farming crops. There's, you know, like this ocean of crops, and then this place is like an island, and it's an actual portal to the higher up portal, but dark forces are trying to actually penetrate that. Well, they are, because I felt it. Like this, like the last little bits left that we have to connect to Source. Those sacred places are still being desecrated. And I found up here, there's another place up here, not quite as significant as this one, but still significant, right? And people were going up there, and firstly they're digging in the ground for, like people go in there in groups and digging for like little precious stones, crystals and shit, I mean, we all know that it's got healing properties and stuff, but it's meant to be left in the ground for all to, you know what I mean? Like, and when people, it's like digging it up for themselves, you know what I'm saying? Where it's meant to be left there. And also people are all getting into like DMT because they believe that they're getting closer to spirit, right? Doing DMT. And there's a lot of trees around here that, you can source DMT from. And it's become a thing, right? And up there, people have been going up there and stripping the bark off the trees, and then of course that kills the trees, right? Because they're invite the trees, because they're after this DMT to get closer to source. But in the same breath, they're destroying what source is all about. You know what I mean? These particular rituals, like DMT and smoking DMT and getting closer, are supposed to be for shamans. It's shamanic ritual. It's not meant to be for everyone, I believe. Certainly not distributed by everyone, because, we get people in there cashing in now, like it's become a commodity. Which goes against the whole point. So it's like these last little bits of resources that we've got left are being desecrated. We have love here, though. Journey of love. And that's what I always felt when I go to this place. And it's almost like it's almost been taken away, but not quite. It was still there. I was still able to sit and speak with the spirits there, and bring a little bit of comfort to them, right? Because they're distressed. Because their family groups in those areas are now broken. The people that are connected to those places, that place, the families that are, like I was saying in the last reading, how the families or the people from those places have been severed, and there's a longing for a reconnection to Source, and Source is having longing for the reconnection to the families, to bring it back. But you see, this is recent again, I mean, this obviously has happened, but they retained this space, and it's been, that's been like an island spiritually throughout all the atrocities and all the stolen land and children and killings and all that stuff. This has been like an island of hope, but now it's been penetrated. So it's like a womb. It's like there's a blackness now in the root. So this is like the root chakra. This is like the woman's body here, and this is like the root chakra, but there's a darkness in the root. Like it's been infected. It's like, see this love card? It's like, see this, the red love card trying to grow in this blackness. It's like love trying to grow in darkness. Gosh, it's coming out here, Spirit. What is this? Love. Freedom. Oh, wow. This is like a release. Look, what I'm getting from that is just like, this is a release of energy. Moving away. Oh, okay. This journey. And then we've got Mother Goddess, Mother Earth. Mother Goddess is strength and wisdom. Breaking away from, there's a breaking away from this darkness. Confusion, illusions and confusion, deception. We have compassion, accomplishment, saboteur, relaxation. I'm feeling like we broke it. We broke it. Oh, wow. It's like there's a broken spell. Let's go in a bit deeper. We've already been here half an hour, so we'll try not to make this too long. Journey. Investment in the journey. Look at the bottom of the day. We've got the moon and we've got the devil. And that was definitely the devil there last night, hovering over me. I just prayed him away. I just brought in the Holy Spirit and asked for Jesus' protection. And it just kept it over there. You know what I mean? It was like it was just standing over there, standing there, like hovering. Got messages here. 8 of Wands. Love. New beginning. Ace of Wands. Passionate new beginning. Love. Wow. I felt so much for those people there, spirits there. And the messages, the guidance. There was a reason. There was a reason why we went there. Look, Empress, 6 of Pentacles and Judgment. This is balance. To balance things out. There was a reason why we were there. I'm saying we were there. I was there with those. And I had to. It was one of those moments where I just, and I've often had, with this particular place, it's like, I just get up one day and go, oh, I've got to go there, and just go there. You know what I mean? Like, it's not really premeditated. Ace of Wands. So we've got the 6 of Wands. So we have a victory in this new beginning. Like, maybe this is from recognizing this is an investment, actually, going on this track, on this High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Freedom. Ace of Pentacles. This is an offer from God. We have a victory and an Ace of Pentacles. There's a reward here, and it's freedom. The reward is freedom, sovereignty, financial freedom. Wow. Oh, look at the bottom of the deck. Ace of Pentacles and Mother Goddess. Mother Goddess. Ace of Pentacles. Freedom. This is financial freedom. This is a victory. Ooh. Empress. Mother Goddess. Empress. Look at that. This is like, oh, wish fulfillment. The knight, the wounded warrior. This is like going through all the initiations. This is the other day, and I was up on the hill there, and like we go through our trials and tribulations, right? And if we pass the tests, we get our stripes. The 9 of Wands, 10 of Cups. But when I was up on the hill there, and those 2 Carnabys were there, and you know, it was like they came and spoke to me and said I was accepted. So this is very much, this is part of this. 10 of Cups. So this is the collective. This is getting the stripes. This is like earning the privilege because of the work done. 8 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. The Devil here. And with that energy, that dark energy, and I prayed him away. It's like it brought a new sense of protection. Wow, yeah. Breaking the curses. Ten of Cups. Clarify. Look at that. Didn't we say sovereign? These are the rewards. The Nine of Pentacles is sovereign. There's no longer any poverty. This is coming out of poverty. Coming out of this with the Ten of Wands in reverse. There'll be no more of this being left out in the cold and not having enough and having to scrounge, you know. And and this is related to this place where people were trying to protect the resources there, because there's an abundant place of resources on this. It's like all the resources on this little island, and then we've got these dark energies trying to penetrate it, but we've recalibrated as such. It's not lost. It's not lost. But it's bringing freedom with this wisdom of the Mother God. It's the energy. Strengthening the energy. I'm going to be going back out to this place when the flowers, it is actually going to be beautiful, because we've had a lot of rain and there was a lot of, you know, like small, you know, growth. So I see it as like healing this place, and I will see how and if this energy has changed from how I felt today and yesterday. The Empress and the Page of Pentacles. Look, yep, because we're alchemizing the energy. Wow, yeah. Ace of Cups with love. Alchemizing with love. That's why we've got these rewards. We speak into existence love, and then we've got the love card here on this journey to bring freedom to these spirits with love, strength and wisdom. It's like the Empress here is watching over this place. See, again, this looks like the island with all the abundance on it, you know, broken up with this river. Separated from the energy vampires. Separated from the I don't know how to say it, but I'm going to say farmers or miners, you know, people that want to reap the resources, you know, exploit the resources, that's what I want to say. 6 of Wands. Look, there's a tower in reverse. Major tower. This is a victory for the collective. I'm saying the collective because this is not just my story. This is going on in other places around the world. So if you're watching and you're relating to this, let me know. Ace of Wands. The Hangman in reverse. So this is a new perspective on this. Yeah, look, clarity with this 7 of Cups in reverse. Like there's an understanding going on with the 8 of Wands. But this death and the 5 of Cups. So what's triggered this is whoever that person was that brought the dark energy by actually... So somebody brought their dark energy into that space by actually, I don't even like to say it, like taking their own lives in that space recently. This is what I see here. It's almost even like this has happened. It's kind of like this has happened to reinforce the protection of the place. You know, it's like sometimes we become complacent, and you know, we just kind of like take things for granted. So it's like because there's been a bit of a threat from these dark forces brought in by somebody in negative, low vibrational energy, it's like, it's almost like a sacrifice for the realization to protect. You see what I'm saying? To give strength. Out of love. So that's the alchemizing of the negative energy. That's the Magician here with the Ace of Cups, with love. So with that love, it brings freedom for that tormented soul as well. So now that tormented soul can be released, and that whole place there can be cleansed and re-established. Strength in love, understanding that. It was something to do with that person that brought so much stress on the spirits, that the family spirits in that place. There are many energies there. But it was like a collective energy of many in that place. And it brought them all into that. It brought them, this is what it felt like. It felt like they were all like but it needed to be released. See how? So that soul that took their life there needed to be released. And that was the tower here. And then alchemized back into the Ten of Cups. Because it was recognized by the High Priestess. Just by recognizing it. Just by recognizing that we alchemize it. We alchemize this negative energy with a new perspective, clarity. Ace of Wands, a new beginning with the Six of Wands in love. The Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Pentacles, two aces there on top of each other. So the abundance and the love remains, or re-aligns to bring freedom. To lost souls. Whoa. Whoa. That's amazing. That is awesome. Yeah, it's over. Okay, let's have a look at our angels and demons, shall we? Let's first see what our angels have got to say about this. Okay, holy angels, what can you tell us to finish off this reading? What can you tell us of this situation to finish off this reading? What messages do you have for us? Oh, we've got a few here. I can't pronounce it, I'm sorry. There is virtue in solitude. Leo wants you to get some alone time today. Going alone. I got that message earlier. Abamya. Get in touch with nature. This will help clear your mind and refresh your spirit, which is exactly what we did. Alone time, out in nature, with no connection to digital world. Aladia. Keeping things to yourself can be difficult. Try not to overshare today. Okay, Spirit, I'm not going to share this message. Meditation is important today. Anil will help you find peace of mind. Now, I'm not too sure whether I'm supposed to be telling you not to overshare, or whether that's for me not to overshare. What do our demons have to say about this situation? Samias. Education is a powerful weapon in the right hands. How can you use what you know to accomplish your goals? Yes. Belith. Belith brings love and music. Focus your mind on the calculations of your heart and stop wasting time. One more. Berith. A promotion or advancement will bring wealth. Consider your previous choices. What appeared worthless is actually gold. Wow. Wonder what that is. Think about that. What is gold? I'm going to leave that there. What appears worthless is actually gold. That could be the place we're talking about. Yep. I think I said that in one of the previous readings. I think it was just the one before this. I might have even mentioned it in this one. But it was, oh yeah, the previous one about this site was the Knight of Pentacles, the, what do you call it, the surveyor was only looking at this place in physical, tangible resources and not recognizing the spiritual value of the place. So this is what I'm getting here is what appeared to be you know, like just kept for spiritual value and only focusing on, you know, this is the authorities, only focusing on material wealth. But now the perspective has changed and they're seeing the value in the spiritual. What was once deemed just like airheaded, untangible, preservation. So, because like when the settlers first came here, they just seen it as that the indigenous people didn't use the resources. So they thought, well, that was their right to come in and use it because no one else was using it, right? But they didn't actually see the spiritual value of what the resources were and how they are kept, where they are kept in the way God aligns everything up, right? The way God put it all together. There's where the value is. So this is now starting to be recognized. This is the message. Yeah, so there you go. I'm going to leave you with that, right? I know that they said not to share, but I'm not sure whether that was for me or whether that was for you. I feel that that was an important message for all of us. The spiritual value, not the tangible. Or even the tangible has a role in the spiritual, in its rightful place. Alignment. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Please like, share and subscribe. I love you. Bye-bye.